So we just set up how you're going to lose the game. So we should probably also set up how you're going to win the game. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a sprite. May seem like a weird place to start, but it's actually the best place to start. So I'm going to go ahead and create a black rectangle, very small, just right off the side of the screen. Make sure it comes onto the screen slightly. If you're not seeing it when I do it like this, make sure that your X and Y over here are set at 0. That way, you'll have it exactly where you need to be. You can also shrink it some if you'd want it, or grow it. Do whatever you need to do, because this represents the mouse hole, kind of part of the target of the mouse is to get into the mouse's hole. You can see the cat's guarding it. Kind of goes with the theme of it. But this is basically our ending spot, our finish line, if you will. And we're going to call it hole. Now, hole is pretty easy. Really, the only code for hole are a couple of events. I want a when the green flag is clicked, and I want the two receives. And up on the looks, I just have show when we start, hide when you receive, and hide when you receive the other message. Now, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and create the other message. So when I click new message, this one's going to be win. Simple enough. Okay. So again, 3 bits of code on the hole. When the green flag is clicked, show it. When it receives game over, hide it. When it receives win, hide it. Perfect. So now, but that doesn't really do anything. So where we need to go back to is our mouse. I'm going to scroll down a little bit to get myself some space. And what I need to do is when the green flag is clicked, I need to forever wait for something to happen. And when I put this in, I'm going to use an operator we haven't used yet. And that is the AND operator. You can see that it's got pointy ends and it's got 2 pointy end spaces with the word AND in between. We're going to drop this in. This is a condition that allows us to say that one thing needs to be true and the other needs to be true for us to move on. So the first thing that's going to need to be true, and we're going to do this right here, is we're going to get our equals operator. We're going to drop that in the front hole. We're going to go down to our variables, and we're going to grab cheese. And we want cheese to equal 4. What this is going to do is basically set a win rule up that says you have to collect all 4 cheeses before you can exit the maze. So the other thing that you're going to be doing is that you are going to want to be touching. So if we go to sensing, touching, and since we're coding the mouse, we want to be touching the hole. So again, it's going to wait until cheese equals 4 and it's touching hole. And at that point in time, our mouse can go into the hole. So we'll have our mouse hide, just like we did before. We'll have them wait for a second. And then we will send the message or broadcast the message, win. So if we get all 4 cheeses and we go touch the hole, it's going to hide, wait for a second, and then give us the you win. So along with that, when we broadcast win, we want all the rest of the sprites and stuff to hide. Now, when we go to the cat, when I receive win, hide. And I know this is going to seem redundant because, in theory, we would have already collected all these cheeses, but nonetheless, just to make sure everything looks exactly the way we want it to, we're going to go ahead and make sure everything is hiding. So that should give me the ability to both win and lose. So if I stop this, start this again, here we go. Go up and down, over enough. Get the cat trying to come my way. Get him caught on the barrier. Up and grab the other cheese. I'm going to try to lure him over. Oh, that worked really well, didn't it? One more time. Cheese there. Cheese there. Cheese there. Cheese there. Try to give myself some space. As soon as I'm touching, I went down the hole. Oh, and I did forget one thing, because the last thing I needed to do was code the win for my backdrop. But what I did want to do also before I do that, or in addition to that, is I did want to show that even if I get the two cheeses and then I go over and try to touch the hole, nothing happens. Now that I have all the cheeses, I go touch the hole, I go in, and I win. So there you go. Now you have a complete game. Feel free to mess with, again, placement of the barriers, some of those number speeds, that sort of stuff, in order to make it complicated enough that you're content with it. But this is the basics of it.